Good evening, everyone. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, if you would, please.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a moment's silence before we start the meeting. Thank you. I'll call a meeting to order. Have approval of the minutes of the May 7 City Council meeting.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Debbie. All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Financial report? Any questions?
I have a question.
Okay.
Are these things that were ordered for Oldham County Day or something? These? Yes. Okay, that's really the only question I had.
Came out of bus advertising, didn't it?
Yeah, that's for the bus.
That's for bus. It came out of bus advertising money.
The bus
It
is
didn't
gonna
come.
have a booth on the
Yeah.
They're not gonna be with the city's booth?
Yeah, I just said that they're gonna be with the city booth.
Okay, okay. All right. So they're actually for the city to pass out, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I make a motion we accept the financial report.
Thank you, Debbie.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Jean. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. That takes us to the mayor's open remarks. I'm going to give my budget message in the open remarks for fiscal year 2018-2019. The budget is revenue and expenditure goals for the upcoming fiscal year that include administration, special appropriations, public works, and police department. There are separate budgets for municipal road aid, city bus, alcohol regulatory fees, and stormwater MS4. There was a significant change in revenue, mainly for property tax, business license compensation tax, which allowed us to change our program, goals, and appropriation levels from the previous year. These include adding $344,000 to debt service, designated to debt service. The other two appropriations that were increased were sidewalks, increased by $50,000, and paving by $60,000. The city is staying financially strong and made it possible to restructure debt on our general obligation. And because of that, as of May the 8th, proud to announce that Moody Investors Service upgraded our credit rating from Baa2 to A2, which reflects a material improvement in the city's financial position. That's 3 notches up. That's something for us to be proud of. We've come a long ways. This improvement shows what can happen by us all working together for the common goal of improving the quality of life of our citizens and moving our city forward. I'd like to thank all the staff, city council, all the departments, police department, public works department, Grange utilities. We're all working together, and it's making the city run real smooth. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Next, we have a resolution 3/2018. Steve, if you would, please.
Thank you. Resolution number 3, 2018, a resolution of the City Council of the City of LaGrange, Kentucky, relating to the issuance by the Kentucky Economic Development Finance Authority of revenue bonds in order to refinance, among other things, costs incurred by Baptist Healthcare System, Inc. in constructing and acquiring certain hospital facilities in the city. Whereas Baptist Healthcare System, Inc., Baptist Health, a Kentucky nonprofit corporation, desires to refinance the costs of previous improvements to certain hospital, healthcare, and health-related facilities currently constituting Baptist Health LaGrange in the city of LaGrange, Kentucky, the city, including without limitation the prior acquisition, construction, or renovation of land and land improvements, hospital facilities, facility safety systems, laboratory facilities, HVAC equipment, emergency and patient room improvements, and medical and office equipment and furnishings, collectively the existing projects, up to $57 million of the costs of which are presently expected to be refinanced by the bonds hereinafter defined. And whereas it is expected that the refinancing of the existing projects by Baptist Health will have a positive impact on the local economy and the delivery of hospital, health care, and health-related services to the citizens of the city and the surrounding areas, and in particular will result in the provision of more efficient and effective hospital, health care, and health-related services in the area. And whereas the Kentucky Economic Development Finance Authority, KEDFA, a body politic and corporate within the Economic Development Cabinet of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, created and existing pursuant to the provisions of KRS Chapter 154, possesses the legal authority to authorize and issue revenue bonds to provide for the refinancing of the existing projects upon the request of the city as required by KRS 103.2101, and whereas such refinancing, when undertaken by KEDFA, will enable Baptist Health to continue to provide substantial employment for residents of the area, and whereas the city, for the reasons above stated, desires to renew its request for the issuance of such revenue bonds by KEDFA, the bonds, for the purpose of refinancing costs of the existing projects and refinancing the costs of other projects for other hospitals, health care, and health-related facilities owned or operated by Baptist Health in other Kentucky cities, and it is appropriate that this resolution be adopted in order to evidence such request. Now, therefore, excuse me, be it resolved and ordered by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky, acting by and through its City Council as follows. Section 1. It is hereby found, determined, and declared that the statements of fact set forth in the preamble of this resolution are true and accurate in all respects, and the preamble and all the recitals therein are incorporated in this resolution by reference as if set forth verbatim herein. Section 2, the city hereby requests the issuance of the bonds by KEDFA in order to refinance the existing projects for Baptist Health. Such request is made solely for the purpose of satisfying the statutory requirement of KEDFA for such local request and shall not be deemed to constitute an approval of the existing projects for any other municipal purpose of the city. Section 3, the adoption of this resolution shall not be deemed to and shall not constitute an approval of the bonds or any representation made by KEDFA or Baptist Health in the issuance thereof, and shall not impose any liability or responsibility, financial or otherwise, upon the city. Section 4, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its adopted by the City Council of the City of LaGrange, Kentucky on June 4, 2018, signed by the mayor, attested by the city clerk, and declared to be in full force and effect. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. This is something we do every year. Like it says in the resolutions, no liability to the city or we just have to pass this for the Baptist Healthcare. So is there any questions on the resolution? Not, I'll ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 3-2018.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Gene. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Resolution 3, 2018. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, would y'all like to come forward, say anything for us? Or yeah, we appreciate it.
Just identify yourself.
I'm Mark Franklin. I'm counsel for Baptist Health. I'm with Stahl, Keenan, Ogden in Louisville, and we assist Baptist Health with the bond financings. This is Nathan Wilson.
And I'm the Vice President, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Health of Grange. So thank you so much for your
Fantastic.
consideration
Nice.
this evening.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all coming. Nice to meet y'all.
Absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
all very much.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thanks for the great facility. Public comment? Anyone want to come forward for public comment? No one forward? We'll go back to LaGrange utility report. Y'all have your report in the packet. If there's any questions, no questions? Like their financials are still looking great. LaGrange Main Street, Karen? Big crowd this weekend, I suppose, look like?
Yes, I don't have numbers yet, but it was busy both
Great.
Saturday and Sunday. It was
Great.
great.
Yeah.
People seemed happy, the artists seemed happy, merchants seemed happy, so that's good. And they're already planning for next year already.
When they're happy, I'm happy.
Yes, it does make it. Yeah, I didn't hear of anything that we need to be afraid of.
Great.
Okay, I gave you my report, so you can call me if you have any questions on that. What happens is I just want to, one, talk about Arts on the Green, but also remind you the farmer's market is back this weekend. But in the, trying to build up each of the events, instead of having so many, maybe build them up on the day, Saturday's going to be very busy with the farmer's market, and then you're going to have open knit from 9 to noon also. And the History Center is going to start a program on Saturdays with the farmer's market from 9 to noon where the kids get to come in. This week it happens to be on flags, but they're going to be inside the new barn. So if you've not had an opportunity to walk on that property, it is fantastic and it's beautiful. So make sure and go in there. So Saturday will be very full. We also have the Bluegrass Jams on Monday nights. What I did not include in your report, if you would go to Kentucky Life on KET, we were on in May 27th, we were featured on 27 minutes. So I don't know, for about 7 minutes. So if you didn't get to see that, I will send you a link to that also, so you'll be able to watch that. It's we already had people from Northern Kentucky come because of that. And then today I had a gentleman stop me on the street from Michigan that was here because of the rail cam. So again, we're reaching people in unique ways.
We have some happy rail fans right now since we got the mic installed.
Okay,
We did that the 29th.
so I knew that they were here so that we can hear it better. I have not listened to it yet.
Yes, it's the mic, the birds had just destroyed it. The birds had. And Mike Sire from Virtual Rail Fan, he decided when he was putting those virtual rail cams up that they had to go down to the chimney for, instead of drilling to do it. And he said while we was there, the birds were just flying out everywhere. So he figured that was getting back at him because he said he'd never seen that happen before. So
He hasn't watched Alfred Hitchcock then, has he?
So, yes, so he put it in a different place up there some way, so hopefully they can get to it, so. Because it's kind of expensive move to get that done and rent the scissor lift and, so.
Yes.
Anyway, on live chat, the rail fans are happy again.
Well, and if you'll, in the report, and for the public to know, we are up to, the video of LaGrange has been watched equal to 22 years worth of video watching. That was as of the end of March. So we have a lot of people watching us. I think I I called and I asked about what type of trees, because we had a request from Arizona on what type of trees we had on Main Street. So they're watching it very closely.
They don't miss anything.
No, they don't.
They don't miss a thing.
We'll have Trackside Tunes June 29th and the quads on June 23rd. Summer has begun. Nice and adventurous.
I was going to go ahead and just give a quick recap too on the green space. If you're, I don't want to interrupt you, but if you're finished, I'll go ahead and let them know.
Finished? Do you want me to stay up here while you do that?
Yeah, just in case there's questions. So the Vision Committee met on May 23rd, and it was discussed prior to that with Karen, and Mayor was kept informed of this, that the park, which we're calling right now the green space, that we are wanting to develop around 2nd and Main Street. It's about close to a 4-acre area. We wanted to create a dedicated committee to move forward with that and to put some folks on that committee that are very familiar with development and how to develop sites. And so after discussing with Stephanie and Shannon, we decided it would be best to move forward with that by having 2 representatives from council sit on that green space committee. So at the moment, it's myself and Stephanie. After the election, I'll roll off, and then somebody else can move into another council position, and hopefully Stephanie will still be on. There's going to be 2 representatives from the design committee for Main Street, and that is Jeremy Esposito and David Bazanis. And then Nancy Griffin is kind of taking the role as like a citizen project leader on it because she's so familiar with all the grants and some of the steps that we've taken so far. And Hope Gardner from the Park Board is also going to be a representative on that board. So there is not a set time when we're going to be meeting, but we will keep everybody informed as best we can as things start to move forward. And when we do have meetings, of course, they'll be public and we'll let everybody know. So that's the update on that. Is there anything I missed or you want to add?
I'm going to say about the conceptual drawings.
Well, that's, so our hope is to, I guess, probably by mid to late summer, actually have a design firm put together some conceptual drawings that we can then have some public meetings to get feedback from the community and give people a visual idea of what we're actually planning. And from that, maybe tweak some of the ideas, move some things around if some suggestions come in that would improve it. And then at that point, we would have to then move forward with actually putting out a request for, it wasn't a request,
It's RFQ.
a request for,
Qualifications. Thank you.
thank you, yes. So that is kind of our next steps, is to pull together a conceptual plan, and once we have those, we will hold some public meetings to get input on that.
The conceptual drawings will be based on what the public hearings have already brought
Yes,
forth.
in
So-
the surveys that we had last fall. So it'll include at least the top 3 design elements that were requested from those surveys.
Is this the same area that the council itself has been talking about, this area, about what we're gonna put there, what's gonna be allowed to put there?
It's where the skate park currently is in the parking lot. Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
And the reason for us to be able to, we're thankful to be able to take a hold of that because it's going to be an anchor for Main Street. And hopefully the momentum will be able to be kept up. And now you all can move on to other projects. And this would be one that we would be able to work with you and be able to push it forward a little bit more.
We talked at one time about a pavilion. Has anyone touched base with Farmers Market, how they feel about
They want it, if that's the question.
over on that? Yeah.
They would love to have it. It did not make the top 3, but obviously that's something that we're still looking at because of the fact that currently, I think we kind of discussed, if that's okay to say, that We think people didn't vote for it because they thought we were trying to push the farmer's market off. But this is actually a request from the farmer's market because, for instance, this last weekend, they aren't able to have the farmer's market.
That's the reason I asked, because I was wondering if, because they could have probably had it if we'd had a pavilion.
And so it will be a 3-season
Right.
event space, basically, that we'll be able to add to things downtown. And on that note, farmer's market, even for Oldham County Day, they will not be downtown, but they are going to be, or they won't be at the courthouse lawn, but they're going to be down in front of the Welcome Center. We'll have some of them set up down there on that end. So that's at least one event that they're able to find other space.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Next, we have introduction of first reading of ordinance 8, 2018. Trey, would you like to introduce that, please?
Yes. Sorry. I will introduce ordinance number 3-2018, an ordinance adopting the City of LaGrange, Kentucky annual budget for the fiscal year.
No,
Number
number
eight.
9.
I'm sorry. Number 8.
Or
9 on your list.
Nine
on my list.
Ordinance
Oh,
8.
okay. Sorry, caught me off guard there.
You
a
can
little
read
bit.
it right off of there.
Okay. Introduced the first reading of ordinance 8-2018, an ordinance adopting revisions and updates for certain sections of the existing Oldham County Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance.
Thank you.
Got that one.
City of LaGrange, Kentucky ordinance number 8, series 2018, an ordinance adopting revisions and updates for certain sections of the existing Oldham County Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance. Whereas the City of LaGrange has the authority pursuant to the provisions of KRS Chapters 83 and 100 and other applicable Kentucky law to adopt and approve revisions to the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance. And whereas Oldham County Planning and Zoning Commission and Oldham County Fiscal Court have recommended adoption of certain revisions to the existing Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance, C County Ordinance Number KOC 16-920-345, and Planning and Zoning Commission minutes of Tuesday, February 27, 2018, and now therefore be it enacted and ordained by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky as follows. 1, that the revisions to the Comprehensive Zoning Plan Ordinance of the affected sections and divisions as stated in the Planning and Zoning Commission minutes of February 27, 2018, are hereby adopted and approved. The affected sections and divisions are stated in the aforementioned minutes and are attached hereto as an exhibit, and the language used to replace, amend, or add to the sections and divisions described in that ordinance are fully adopted and approved and incorporated as if set out in its entirety herein. This ordinance shall take effect upon its passage, approval, and publication according to law. That's it.
So we will have the second reading and public hearing the next meeting when it is, the second? Okay. Of the second reading, public hearing on that, July the 2nd. Okay. We've got the, next we have the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 3, 2018. Ready, Steve.
Thank you. Commonwealth of Kentucky, City of LaGrange, ordinance number 3, 2018. An ordinance adopting the City of LaGrange, Kentucky annual budget for the fiscal year July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019 by estimating funds for operations of city government. Whereas an annual budget proposal and message has been prepared and delivered to the City Council of LaGrange, Kentucky, and whereas the City Council has reviewed such budget proposal and accepted same as presented, now therefore be it ordained by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky as follows. Section 1. The annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018 and ending June 30, 2019 is hereby adopted as follows. Revenues ad valorem $1,300,000. Motor vehicle, $151,000. Delinquent property tax, $75,000. Franchise tax, $264,000. Omitted tangibles, $7,000. Business licenses, $400,000. Garbage commission, $380,000. 10% insurance tax premiums, $1,635,000. Miscellaneous income, $50,000. Penalties, $12,000. Interest income, $2,500. Utility tax, $55,000. Mine and mineral, $7,000. Received clef, $56,000. Clef portion retirement, $17,640. House Bill 413, $13,000. Discounts accredited, $22,000. Encroachment fees, $5,000. Bank shares, $61,000. Community center, $6,000. Federal overtime, $6,000. Compensation tax, $2,275,000. ABC license fees, $15,000. Litter abatement grant, $4,000. Grand total, $6,775,140. Expenses, administration, $1,056,550.40. Special appropriations, $3,046,674.94. Police, $1,544,441.79. Public Works, $1,127,472.87. Grand total, $6,775,140. Section 2. Introduced, seconded, and adopted at a duly convened meeting of the governing body held on June 4, 2018, after first reading held on May 7, 2018, signed by the mayor of the city of LaGrange, attested by the city clerk, filed and indexed as provided by law. This ordinance shall take effect upon its passage, approval, and publication according to law and shall continue until amended or until June 30, 2019, whichever should first occur.
Thank you, Steve. We have a motion on ordinance number 3, 2018. We got to make a motion, a second. We got to go in public hearing.
Motion.
Then we'll come back out.
Motion to accept ordinance number 3-2018.
Second. Motion to go into public hearing.
Thank you. Second on the motion for public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
We're now in public hearing. Anybody want to come forth?
Hello.
Hi there.
My name's James Watson. I don't know if I need to give my address. I don't know. But, just a clarification. Some of the statutes and stuff that dictate these particular, not procedures, but the actions that the council take are somewhat unfamiliar to me at the moment. Correct me if anything I say is incorrect. By statute, the compensation tax with proposed revenues of $2.275 million needs to be dedicated wholly towards the paying down of the Oldham Reserve debt.
It is by ordinance, Jay.
Okay, and that was my understanding.
Yeah.
So, looking at the breakdown for special appropriations, I did not find $2.275 million in payouts or in putting money away for a rainy day or however you want to. I don't know the exact details of how the bond payments work.
Everything that's concerned in the compensation tax is under special appropriations.
Sure.
And we have it highlighted.
On the document I had right after the last council meeting, there was nothing highlighted. So again, I apologize for my ignorance.
So it's all in the,
You're telling me that the $1.2 million share of the monthly payments, and then there's another $1 million in stuff that's specifically allowed to be paid by the compensation tax. Is that correct? What, can you just give me a couple? I mean, it can't be that many things,
well, one thing that's coming out of compensation tax has to do with the Oldham Reserve. We have $170,000 we got to do for pond mitigation.
Sure.
So, that type.
Yeah, any of that kind of debt. So
Any of that comes out of, yeah.
Sure, 13.7.
The payment on Oldham Reserve for the year is $200,100.
Yeah, it's $100,000 a month. Sure.
So, yeah.
So again, so that's two. We're
There's
like
500. Yeah, we have to pay $500,
to the
$500,000 to
county.
To the county, yeah.
Sure,
So,
okay. So
yeah.
now we're at 18.
I hadn't figured it up, but it should be,
I was looking through it, and I just, even if I was making the most generous of assumptions, I could not equate $2.275 million. And that,
There,
There,
there's
were-
also 344,900 in debt service. Now, maybe all of it or some of it will go towards the call on the bond in February of 2019. How much exactly, I don't know that until February.
the bonds hadn't matured enough for us to make a
again, and.
balloon payment.
And sure, I understand
So-
that completely, that, again, by the, whatever the agreement was between us and the issuance of the bond, that doesn't allow those overpayments as time progresses and as we see fit. But I just want to make sure that that money is being put aside for those appropriate times.
It's in a
Sure, but I don't see any special line items on here like $200,000 deposit to this special account. And I want to see Oldham Reserve get paid off so that we are freed up to do more things.
You're not the only one.
I understand that. I
You're
understand. but I
preaching to
just-
the choir, Jake.
And sure, and I'm just, but I look at the numbers and I just didn't, I don't have the numbers in front of me where I would specifically ask for special references to add up.
There was
When I
a-
add all the numbers up, I get $2,295,000.
Correct.
That
were
we
some
are,
ad-
that's highlighted.
There were some adjustments since the last meeting on the worksheet to make sure that the compensation tax was at least part of that debt service. But to Stephanie's point, since it's over what we expect is revenue,
Well, yeah, that's good. I mean,
Right.
if we're in a position to pay down the debt even further, by
Sure.
all means, we should. But, okay, so if there have been adjustments to the
There
worksheet
has.
since I received the worksheets, then I,
$289,800 worth of adjustments since the first reading.
okay. So, all right, so as long as we're all on the same page, that.
We are.
There, okay. So that's,
And I can give you a copy of the adjustments.
yeah, that'd be great. Again, I trust you. I couldn't, and I asked these questions of the budget committee members, and they were unable, at the time, they weren't prepared when I called them. I understand that completely. But I couldn't make left equal right, and.
It's there.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, and the compensation's in a special
Sure.
account. We don't, it's strictly for,
And I understand, and this, again, this is,
anytime you need those figures, you're welcome to them, Jake.
I appreciate it. All right, well, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Motion to go out of public hearing?
Motion to go out of public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're now out of public hearing. We have questions, comments by the council, discussion.
Yeah, I have questions. I did notice that you changed 6 different items, amounts, and yet you got the same, where I got confused was the subtotal was the same amount, and yet you changed it $289,800. But the subtotal is still.
Which one you talking about, Gene?
This special appropriation.
Special appropriations?
Some things went down, some
And
things went
I
up.
know, but you changed them. What went down? I didn't see any that went down.
Yeah,
Main Street went down, green space went down.
Where? Because I circled everything.
Building maintenance.
Building maintenance went down.
mayor's
I don't have
discretionary fund went down. It cut it in half.
I'm just talking about spatial appropriations. Is that
That's
all
where I'm-
those are on there? Okay.
Yes.
We're-
I saw that. I minus 2 of them. You had 1, 2, 3 that went down, and you had 1, 2, 3 that went up, considerably more than what went down. What I don't understand is how you got the same figure.
Because we just changed the
You just moved money around.
money around in within the line items.
I added it. I mean, I don't know how you did it, but come up with the same amount when you
gonna
had
add it up.
289,800 that you didn't have on there earlier. And the minuses were only, let's see, they were 19,000. What, 24,000, and it went up a whole heck of a lot more than that.
I don't know, we run those 3 times. So it all balanced out. If you'll run them all, it'll still come out to the $3,011,674.
I have the old one and the new one. And I went through every one of them, and somehow or the other still, and marked the ones that were different. You minus that one, you plus that one, you minus that one. See, that one's the first. Yeah, that one down, there it is, I found it right here. I got that one right there. Yep, got it right there. And this one went down. Where is it? It's on that one. Went up 44,000, and this one went up 133,490.10.
This went down.
This one, I don't have that one.
This went down 133.
This went up 133,490.
No, it went down.
Originally,
we put 143,490.10 in building maintenance.
oh, okay, so I added that, because you only had 10. So I added 133,000 more on that. That's what I don't understand, how you got the same figure.
But we minus.
I know, honey, but, sorry, didn't mean to call you honey.
Yeah.
Don't let me call honey either. Anyway, whatever, I just
If you,
noticed. there
if
was
you
a
add them
whole
all
lot-
up, if you add them all up, Gene, it will exactly come out to $3,011,674.94.
I just double checked it. They all
Well, they-
add up.
Yeah.
I believe you. I
We ran
just
'em like 3
noticed
times.
that there were an awful lot of changes.
Right.
And that was what bothered me more than anything, because I didn't think we could vote if we changed things.
We didn't change the bottom number.
We didn't,
We didn't change the
Don't
button.
Don't change the bottom number, you don't have to.
Wasn't a
worry
major
about
change. It wasn't no change at all. Yeah.
it. Okay.
It didn't change the
Changed
bottom
some
line at
big
all.
items, but we don't, okay.
No.
That's-
Any more
If
questions?
you can vote on it, go right ahead. I thought I read something. No, actually, we made our own. Several years ago, we made our own, Grange ordinance, probably in your office. If there was any changes that they couldn't be voted on for at least 2 weeks, but you're saying the bottom line's the same, you changed figures, but we don't have to vote on it.
No. No.
Why do I know?
It didn't change anything for the second reading. Sure didn't.
Yeah, you changed 6 items, Joe.
Didn't change.
Not on the
I know
ordinance.
you're saying the bottom didn't change, but you did change the numbers. So there
Yes,
are
we did, Gene.
changes.
I'm not
you
arguing that
listen to
point.
me. I'm saying, if it's okay, then it's okay.
It's
But
okay.
I'm just saying, there were 6 items that the amount was changed.
Yes, there was.
And if we can vote on it with it that way, then fine.
We can.
We'll take the change. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
The 344,900 is gonna, it just says debt service there. That is definitely gonna be used for
It's
debt reduction on the
designated
bond.
for, yes, it's designated for bonds, debt reduction on bonds, yes.
If we're gonna do the 344,900 and we've got 2,500,000 in surplus, how come we don't take another million of the surplus and put it on that bond?
I think we discussed that it could be done, but this actually can't even be done until February, because that's when we can refinance.
Right.
So then we can decide
If
at
we
that
don't do it
time.
now, we have to amend the budget.
Well,
I don't think it would be an amendment to the budget.
So if we gotta amend it, we have to amend it.
We take
just
that
be a
amount
draw
from,
off
a
of
draw
the-
off the reserve.
Off the reserve.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion, I just think we should pay more on the bond, but that's just my opinion.
I think, well, I know for myself, and I think the other members on the budget committee felt the same way, that once we get to the point where we can refinance and give a balloon payment, we'll give as much as we can at that time.
And when is that?
February.
It was February.
Any other questions?
I do want to say, as far as the ordinance committee, we did spend multiple meetings for multiple hours, for multiple months, going over this stuff.
Come to us, and we haven't seen it.
Correct, and that's why we're here tonight.
And the meetings are announced and they're open.
They're always open.
Well, I believe I was in the hospital. I really couldn't.
Well, just to kind of reiterate some of the things that Ann just said as well, you know, we really wanted to try to pay down debt service for as much as we possibly could. That's, and what Tad said as well. So we tried to really comb through the revenue expenditures as well to try to appear to pay those debts off as soon as possible and get the city in even better standing. So it's, I appreciate all the department heads that submitted their budgets. I know we had to rework them a few times just to get everything balanced. And then the committee members for their time. It was a lot of time spent away from our families and stuff to get it to this point. So appreciate that.
I appreciate the ordinance committee working so hard with us on it too. Great. Thank you.
I got one more question. On the older money, we went from 43,000 to 80,000.
Yes.
What did we increase? And we're taking that out of compensation money instead of general fund? Correct?
It's going to older.
Okay. I'm just asking the question.
It is going to older, yes.
There are a few things on here just to add to that. So we asked some of those same questions, and I know we're asking them tonight again. But for example, the Oldham Reserve pond removal, just for your knowledge, that's supposed to be for this fiscal year, this upcoming fiscal year, and then that will reduce to, correct me if I'm wrong, about $12,000 a year. So that one's going to just kind of be a one-time thing. We ask a lot of questions about that one specifically. And then same thing that you had asked Tad about the older payment going up some.
What's the increase? I mean, what made it increase? Can you tell me that?
Sure. And maybe David could speak to that if he'd like, but come forward. You could speak to it better than I can.
Good evening. And I don't have that exact number right in front of me right now, but the changes in the OLDA budget were occurring because of, as Trey had mentioned, the Pond 5 mitigation. The estimates for the Pond 5 mitigation and construction of Pond 5, the estimates that we had gotten were 2 to 3 years old. So of course, due to the time that it changed, then the cost had gone up. And so that had been part of that. The other part was that for staffing, and for some of the other costs over the course of the year, most of these are one-time expenses that are related to permitting, had just adjusted the budget that way. So just as he had mentioned, that big hit for the Pond 5 construction will just be a one-time fee. That should all be spent by December of this year. And then we'll have I think it's a 10-year period of monitoring where the cost of the monitoring would be approximately $12,000 a year. So that would be significantly lower.
That will result in some credits for us.
That's correct. So
It's not just lost money to a pond, we actually get some benefits out of this.
That is right. So because of the construction of the pond and the mitigation efforts around it, we will generate credits that we'll be able to use to incent businesses to come into the park. So areas of the park are designated to be protected, and any impact on the sites that are getting built on will require mitigation efforts. So we will have a bank of credits that we'll be able to use to help negotiate and help those people come into the park.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Heather, how long has she been working for us?
Since,
How long has Heather been with us?
since 2013,
13,
14?
Okay, 4 years. What is the part-time for Public Works? I see overtime, so I assume that's the men that have to do overtime, but what's the part-time?
Heather will be coming up to administration full-time.
So they're gonna hire somebody.
So they're gonna, Corey would like to hire a part-time.
That makes sense. Didn't we just hire 2 new people?
For Public Works?
No, 2 new people. I don't know where they
For
went.
administration, yes.
Yeah, for administration, we hired 2 new people. But they're not
One's
on.
for administration and one is for the bus, because
Okay.
Sue will be retiring
Yeah, I knew Sue would
at the end of this
retire.
month.
So the city bus, the 64,000, is that including the salary for, no, where is that? Is that the salary for one of the workers, or is that back to you?
In the special appropriations, that's what the city gives to the bus for operations.
Yeah, I've got that on spatial appropriations. I
Yeah,
wonder, where is she, the one that we just hired for? Where is she,
Right now, she's under administration.
no? What's her name?
Katie?
Where is she on?
But she's not gonna be on the new, in the new budget, she's gonna be totally under the bus budget.
So is it included in this 64,000, her salary? Because
No.
That's not the total bus budget.
Not the
There's
salary,
other
Chief.
revenues that come in for the
This
bus.
administration's only got 3 people. So
Right.
where is she? Where is she?
She's under the bus.
Okay.
She's literally gonna be under the bus.
Get her out the room.
Okay,
Look at the bus budget.
Okay.
Ordinance, it's coming up.
a separate ordinance.
Yeah, it's a separate ordinance.
On that? The bus budget's a separate ordinance?
Separate ordinance.
Yeah. It's the next, it's the third one down.
Oh, okay, okay. Ow. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Joe, is, since Sue's retiring and someone had said she's going to be working for the Works Department part-time, so she'll go on Corey's budget, correct?
Right.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
I think we pay our people a little high, especially when they just start out. Woo. 35,000 starting out.
It-
Just hadn't been working but a couple of months, that's pretty doggone good salary. Has she run a bus situation before? She got experience and all that?
She has experience in running an office, running.
Human resources.
Yeah, human resources.
Like I said, I wish I had worked for the city. Yeah, I know the county do, the teachers do, probably everybody works in the Grange, who still work.
That's all the question. We'll call for all the questions on this. We'll have a roll call. We'll call for the question.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Trey?
Yes.
Jean?
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
Debbie?
Yes.
Tad?
Yes.
6-0.
Thank you.
Ready?
We ready for,
Four.
yeah, we're ready for the second reading ordinance for 2018.
Thank you, Joe. Commonwealth of Kentucky, City of LaGrange Ordinance Number 4, 2018. An ordinance adopting the City of LaGrange, Kentucky Annual Municipal Road Aid Fund for the fiscal year July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019. Whereas an annual budget for the Municipal Road Aid Fund proposal and message has been prepared and delivered to the City Council of LaGrange, Kentucky, and whereas the City Council has reviewed such budget proposal and accepted same as presented, now therefore be it ordained by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky as follows. Section 1. The annual budget for Municipal Road Aid Fund for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018 and ending June 30, 2019 is hereby adopted as follows. Revenues. Aid money, $156,000. Surplus, $110,000. Total, $266,000. Expenses, street paving, $141,000. Utility cut repair, $10,000. Sidewalks, $15,000. Snow removal, $50,000. New equipment for street maintenance, $50,000. Total, $266,000. Section 2, introduced, seconded, and adopted at a duly convened meeting of the governing body held on June 4, 2018, after first reading held on May 7, 2018. Signed by the mayor of the city of LaGrange, attested by the city clerk, filed and indexed as provided by law. This ordinance shall take effect upon its passage, approval, and publication according to law, and shall continue until amended or until June 30, 2019, whichever should first occur.
Thank you, Steve.
Motion to approve ordinance number 4-2018.
Thank you, Trey.
Second.
Thank you, Debbie. Motion to go in public hearing.
Motion to go into public hearing.
Second.
Second.
Ed, second. Thank you, Ted. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now in public hearing, anybody want to come forward on ordinance 4-2018 municipal road aid? Questions? Nobody? Motion to go out of public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. We now have discussion by the council. Questions on the municipal road aid? Pretty self-explanatory. No question, we'll call for the question.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Trey?
Yes.
Jean? Ann?
Yes.
Debbie?
Yes.
Tad?
Yes.
6-0.
Thank you. Steve, second reading in ordinance 5-2018.
Thank you. Commonwealth of Kentucky, City of LaGrange, ordinance number 5, 2018. An ordinance adopting the City of LaGrange, Kentucky annual city bus budget for the fiscal year July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019. Whereas an annual city bus budget has been prepared and delivered to the City Council of LaGrange, Kentucky, and whereas the City Council has reviewed such budget and accepted same as presented, now therefore be it ordained by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky as follows. Section 1. The annual city bus budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018 and ending June 30, 2019 is hereby adopted as follows. Expenses. Operating salaries, $48,128.70. FICA, $5,689.02. Vehicle insurance, $3,541.21. Medicare, $1,210.59. Maintenance vehicles, $5,000. Fuel, $16,500. Tires, $2,600. Fees, supplies, $950. Postage and telephone, $3,200. Drug tests, $500. Ads and printing, $3,970.21. Background check, $220. Administrative salary, $35,360. Retirement, $7,595.32. Grand total on expenses, $134,465.05. Contributions, city, $64,659.84. County, $20,000. 2012 JARC grant, $3,970.21. Revenues, TARC, $36,235. Bus fares, $9,600. Grand total on contributions and revenues, $134,465.05. Section 2, introduced, seconded, and adopted at a duly convened meeting of the governing body held on June 4, 2018, after first reading held on May 7, 2018, signed by the mayor of the city of LaGrange, attested by the city clerk, filed and indexed as provided by law. This ordinance shall take effect upon its passage, approval, and publication according to law, and shall continue until amended or until June 30, 2019, whichever should first occur.
Thanks, Steve. Need a motion?
Motion to approve ordinance number 5-2018.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Debbie. Motion going to public hearing?
Motion for public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody want to come forward on questions on the ordinance 5-2018?
Motion to go out of public hearing.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Debbie. All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion by the council?
Have we ever thought of raising the fare?
No, we haven't.
How come?
There's a lot of people that can barely pay what they're
There's a lot of
riding now.
people that most certainly can, because I rode it several days a week when I couldn't drive, and a lot of the people who rode it even agreed with me. I went on and paid $1 every time. I didn't pay, what was it, 50 cents they had to pay? And there might be some, I did see maybe a couple that probably could not afford to pay 75 cents or $1. But most of them could, and most of them agreed. Not all of them, but most of them did. I mean, it's just an idea. That's awful cheap. What do they charge, 50 cents each time they get on? For seniors. For a senior?
I personally think the bus should be free. We, it's such a small portion of the revenue. I think, why not make it free and take more
Well, I
cars
would
off the
too.
road?
I would too, if we didn't have to pay, 64,000, no, right, grand total on expenses is 134,465. Yeah, I would say it'd be free too, if we didn't have so much expense. But I agree.
Well, we knew.
There's probably a way that you could, let people that absolutely could not afford it, get on. But there's a lot of them that can't afford it.
We knew it wasn't gonna be money-making when we took it on, and we don't probably never break even on it, so it's a service to our city, it's a Grange. Some of them can't get to dialysis, to the hospital, anywhere else if it wasn't for the service, so I'm well pleased with what we're doing for it.
Very, very important thing, it's important to me. Also, I'm not saying that,
We did talk about advertising on the side of the bus and inside the bus, possibly to help with the expense.
but also, anything that,
We did, right. We did talk about that when we were going over this ordinance specifically, or this budget
Yes,
specifically.
we did.
but we didn't do it that way.
I don't know if, I can't say that we as the ordinance can't, our ordinance committee can't dictate that. That would come from,
You could have brought it to us. If you were discussing it, you could have brought it to us.
well, I'm bringing it to you now, just to let you know. Yeah, that was
Is
part
it
of.
cost effective?
I know we had talked about when we had when the city had rebranded the bus, looking at some possible options of either having it on the siding or in the back. And I know there was some work done on that, but I don't know what the cost is exactly as far as the inside. I don't think we had talked about that. I know that TARC, for example, does that. And obviously Powerball is a big advertiser on the sides of their buses, so it must work for them.
It's an election year.
Yeah,
People could put their ads on there.
Right. So it was something that we had discussed some in committee, just to bring that back up.
Okay. Discussion, call for the question. Roll call.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Trey?
Yes.
Jean? Ann?
Yes.
Debbie?
Yes.
Tad? 6-0.
Thank you. Ready for 6/2018, Steve, please?
Thank you. Commonwealth of Kentucky, City of LaGrange, Ordinance Number 6, 2018. An ordinance adopting the City of LaGrange, Kentucky alcohol regulatory fees budget for the fiscal year July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019. Whereas an annual budget for the alcohol regulatory fees have been prepared and delivered to the City Council of LaGrange, Kentucky, and whereas the City Council has reviewed such budget proposal and accepted same as presented, now therefore be it ordained by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky as follows. Section 1. The annual budget for alcohol regulatory fees for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018 and ending June 30, 2019 is hereby adopted as follows. Expenses. Full-time salaries, $217,830 and 34 cents. Part-time salaries, $11,116 and 5 cents. Overtime salaries, $8,750. Employee health insurance, $61,170 and 64 cents. Employer FICA, $15,867 and 22 cents. Employer Medicare, $3,740 and 4 cents. Employer portion retirement, $66,120. Workers' comp, $9,874 and 48 cents. Auto insurance, $9,533 and 23 cents. Liability insurance, $11,558 and 68 cents. Computer maintenance, $3,000. Seminars education, $2,000. Uniforms, $2,000. Criminal investigation, $1,000. Equipment over 300, $29,000. Radio maintenance, $26,000. Total on expenses, $478, $560 and 68 cents. Revenues, fees, and tax collections on alcohol, $478,560 and 68 cents. Total on revenues, $478, $560 and 68 cents. Section 2, introduced, seconded, and adopted at a duly convened meeting of the governing body held on June 4, 2018, after first reading held on May 7, 2018, signed by the mayor of the city of LaGrange, attested by the city clerk, filed and indexed as provided by law. This ordinance shall take effect upon its passage, approval, and publication according to law, and shall continue until amended or until June 30, 2000, I believe that should be 19, whichever should first occur.
Motion to approve ordinance number 16-2018.
Second.
Thank you. Motion for public hearing.
Motion for public hearing.
And
Second.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public hearing. I want to come forward. Motion out of public hearing.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion by the council on ordinance 6/2018.
If I read this right, you're gonna hire somebody at $100,000 a year? Is that correct?
Where you read that?
Well, it says full-time salary, I didn't see 65,000. Then you got health insurance, retirement, it's another 30,000.
This is the same as every year. It's just a 25% of my budget. So you take it, instead of using all the city taxpayers' money, the regulatory and tax fees can be used towards the police department. And we raised it at the, excuse me, my voice is going, but at the suggestion of the auditors, we increased it this year. So that's not one salary, that's a portion of our total salaries. It's just coming out of the regulatory fees. Same thing with the FICA and everything else. It's a portion of our overall budget being used for the alcohol regulatory fees, which allows us to do a lot of things we couldn't do without it, like provide more services and equipment. And some of the equipment, example, the radio, we're up, the Oakland County Dispatch is upgrading their radio system. And believe it or not, it's going to sound ridiculous when I tell you this, but one portable radio for the new system is $3,000. If it wasn't for the alcohol, we wouldn't be able to afford that. We'd be begging you all for more money, but a portion of it being paid out of the alcohol fees because a big chunk of our activity is alcohol related. So, that's just where we're at. So it's not one person, it's the overall percentage of the budget, like it has every year since 2013 when we went
On the back.
wet. So.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
That's broken down in the back of your budget.
That's what I'm looking at.
On the, huh?
That's what I'm getting ready to look at, thank you.
Yeah. It's in the back of the budget, all the alcohol regulatory fees, and shows a 25%, which is the amount of this, 478,000, that's going into the police budget. So, any more questions? Call for the question.
Stephanie? Yes. Trey?
Yes.
Jean? Yes. Ann?
Yes.
Debbie? Yes. Tad?
Yes.
6-0.
Thank you. Steve, we're ready for 7/2018, please.
Thank you. Commonwealth of Kentucky, City of LaGrange, ordinance number 7, 2018. An ordinance adopting the City of LaGrange, Kentucky annual stormwater MS4 for the fiscal year July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019. Whereas an annual budget for the stormwater MS4 proposal and message has been prepared and delivered to the City Council of LaGrange, Kentucky, and whereas the City Council has reviewed such budget proposal and accepted same as presented, now therefore be it ordained by the City of LaGrange, Kentucky as follows. Section 1. The annual budget for the stormwater MS4 for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018 and ending June 30, 2019 is hereby adopted as follows. Revenues, $100,000. Surplus, $126,657. Total, $226,657. Expenses, full-time salary, $65,000. FICA, $4,030. Medicare, $943. Health insurance, $16,000. Retirement, $13,962. Capital improvement, $126,722. Total, $226,657. Section 2, introduced, seconded, and adopted at a duly convened meeting of the governing body held on June 4, 2018, after first reading held on May 7, 2018. Signed by the mayor of the City of LaGrange, attested by the city clerk, filed and indexed as provided by law. This ordinance shall take effect upon its passage, approval, and publication according to law, and shall continue until amended or until June 30, 2019, whichever should first occur.
Thank you, Steve.
Motion to approve ordinance number 7-2018.
Thank you, Tracy.
Approve, or second.
Thank you, Ann. Motion for public hearing?
Motion for public hearing.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing? No one? Motion to go out of public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion by the council on ordinance 7/2018. This is strictly the money we get from stormwater. We are a co-permittee for under the county. So they're giving us $25,000 a quarter, which amounts to $100,000 a year. Fiscal court is for out of the stormwater. First time and second time, it's the second time we've adopted this. Our second year in stormwater. So we went for years from 2011, I guess, and never saw a penny. So this is fantastic after the county took over the stormwater program. So is there any questions? Not, we'll call for the question.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Trey?
Yes.
Jean? Yes. Ann?
Yes.
Debbie? Yes. Tad?
Yes.
6-0.
Thank you. Old business.
Do you want to say from the last meeting, we did discuss the light progress at 53 and 146, and you did provide a update that that's out for a fourth bid. Is it by planning and zoning specifically, or is it by someone else? Should I say
What's it for, Trey?
the light at the current flashing four-way stop?
For the traffic signal? And you want an update on it?
Well, you had provided an update, just letting us know that it was out for a fourth bid.
For a bid? Yeah.
So
As
just-
far as I know, it's still out.
Yeah.
I think this is the fourth bid, and the third time they sent a bid out, they didn't even get a response on it. So the next bid's gone out, my understanding, and it's for, the decorative pole, the arm coming out instead of the plain old silver poles on each corners with the lines coming down for the traffic signal. So we're still waiting.
I think we'd all both city residents and those that have to go through that intersection would love to have that expedited. I don't know exactly how to make that happen other than to ask.
I would think, I'm getting my information from Jim Urban. If you'd like to speak with him and maybe see what he tells you, or would that be correct, Steve, under your?
That's a great place to start.
That's where I was.
think that you're gonna find that Kentucky Department of Transportation has your answers.
Yeah. District 5, probably Kentucky Transportation is, I'm sure they're sending out the bids.
Just, since school's going to be out soon, traffic's going to increase, and, going into the summer months. So it's, right. And it's a rough spot to go through at times.
I'm excited to see how rough it's gonna be when the traffic signal goes up.
Hopefully it's better.
But that's okay. It's going, I'm sure it's going now.
Thank you for the update, by the way. That's what I wanted to say. So,
Anything else under old business?
Are we doing, well, no, this is not old, I guess. Never mind, I guess it's new.
What you got under new business, Gene? We'll let you go.
Nothing much. Are we doing anything Old County Day? We used to always do stuff. Are we not doing anything again this year?
We're gonna have a booth, like we always do.
What are we gonna do in the booth?
Well, we got a ton of stuff that you saw on that list to give stuff away.
No, we used to give away, we're gonna give away the things that we.
You're not gonna believe what we got to give away. We got,
Good. We used to
Yeah.
have T-shirts and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we did. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, we gave away-
600,000 of them left.
yeah,
Yeah, but no, we used to do all kinds of things. We get water and up there for them, we done do that. We used to keep water for people, stuff like that. Are we doing that?
we can do that.
All right, I was just asking.
Yeah. Okay, under new business, we have a resolution that we need to adopt. Steve, if you'd like to read that.
Thank you. City of LaGrange, Kentucky, Resolution 4, Series 2018. Does everybody have a copy of that in your packet? I have extra copies if you need it. A resolution adopting the text of county stormwater ordinance, whereas the City of LaGrange has the authority pursuant to the provisions of KRS Chapter 82.082 and other applicable law to adopt resolutions, and whereas Oldham County has enacted and ordained certain ordinances affecting stormwater, water quality, municipal separate storm sewer system, MS4 Phase 2 program, pollutants and sediment and discharges into streams and waterways. And now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of LaGrange, Kentucky, one, that Oldham County Ordinance Number 16-610-248 is hereby adopted by reference, and it is attached hereto as an exhibit and is fully incorporated as if set out in its entirety herein. 2, enforcement of the terms of this ordinance within the city limits will be the responsibility of the city. That's all.
That's it. We got a motion?
Motion to approve Resolution 4, Series 2018.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Tad. Discussion, what we realized, when we went with the co-permittee with the county, and we signed a agreement with the Stormwater Board, but we realized that we really hadn't had a resolution to adopt the stormwater ordinance. So that's what this is about. And if we adopt that by resolution, we can enforce it within our city. Is that correct, Stephanie? Yes. So we got it right. Thank you. So that's what this is all about. Do you have something to say, Gene?
No, I'm sorry.
Any motion for public hearing or public comment?
Not on the resolution.
No. So we got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Any other new business?
Just, Ann's the only one here from the ordinance committee meeting at this point. Does June 14th, I know this next week, but does that, work? That's Thursday.
I have a Hirschborn Acre City meeting at 6:30 that night.
It would be hard to get there before 6:30.
Okay, how about Monday, the 18th?
I'm out of town that week.
Okay,
Sorry.
I don't think Ann gets to come.
I can take a month off.
okay.
I know we don't like to push them that week right before we meet, but, I mean, the week of the 25th, I could meet that Tuesday, the 26th, or Thursday, the 28th.
Okay. How about Thursday, the 28th?
Okay.
6:28. I think we've been meeting at 6. Sorry, going off memory. I think it's at 6 is when we've been
What date
meeting.
y'all setting?
6:28.
Okay, we'll be in conference. I think one of your ordinance committee members is going also.
Okay.
So,
How about I try to send out an email and solicit a date that will work. And maybe, I know that a lot of folks go on vacation, so we may have to postpone a June meeting to July. But
I mean, and just for reference, Wednesday, the 13th is fine. Monday, the 11th would probably be fine.
okay.
too.
How about Monday, the 11th? So that'll give us a week from today. And I'll send out the email to the other 2 committee members. All are welcome to attend, as
Can you
always.
write that down?
Monday, the
I don't
11th,
know what
6.
it's about first.
6 o'clock.
That's what you'll know when you.
We
I
don't
don't
usually
know
know
what it's
till we
about.
get there.
I wouldn't know what it's about.
Monday 11th at 6 PM,
Yes.
Sometimes we don't know
ordinance committee.
until we get there.
They don't know till they get there.
Yes, I'm sorry, at City Hall.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other new business? We're ready to go into executive session.
Motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Just so we have it on the record, we're going into executive session under KRS 61.810 subsection 1C as well as subsection 1G. 1C is to discuss proposed or pending litigation against or on behalf of the public agency. 1G is to discuss a specific proposal. Open discussions would jeopardize the siting, retention, expansion, or upgrading of a business. Thank you.
what you're doing. They talk to me, you would treat a straight out in here a lot better than they treat me. And I get that, I don't know. I turned my red down on me, they're saving my napkin. So that's got to have something to do with it. No, you tried to talk down, and the poor guy that was talking out on, he ended up missing 3 hours later. They had to give it to me, but you know how your people feel if it was happening. And he said, well, you don't know what you're doing. You know, when they give you miss 3 hours pay, they do something, you can say, hey, buddy, you gotta get something. Oh, you're all doing all the twisting. Yeah, that's a big one, my backyard. Yes. One of my dogs gets sick at last night. And if that happens. I'll get back with this week, because they haven't mowed one time. She's got it mowed, but she's still got all that wood in there. And the trash. And now, my called the city junkyard.
Probably is. Somebody's gotta have that honor. They've been cleaning up the other ones, so.
I mean, honestly, if you see that person, it's like, she's doing great. I mean, you couldn't tell me she's not doing great.
No, I'll go back over this week.
Yeah, because that is good on you, right? And what's nothing to get me, you know, be mad at that. I'd be mad if it got my.
Snakes, you're not gonna have the rats, because the snakes are gonna eat the rats.
We don't
And when
want
you
to
walk,
I
when
read
you
the
walk,
rats.
when you walk, make enough noise to scare the snakes.
You know, that's me, they can take us a snake in here right now. I put out my dogs, I did it. I'll do it.
No, I go get it. I go get it.
She
take
took
it
me a
back
picture
and
of the
put
snake
it
the other day, and I said, where's that? She said, I won't take it, pay your bill. So I still have a picture of the bottom.
lounging in the street. He just finished eating and he was soaking up the sun.
Madison.
How big?
He's about 4 feet. He wasn't real big around. But he was about 4 feet. Oh, big one.
Man, I'm on Madison.
I mean, the other side, the west side, west side.
Oh, man, I had a lady on Main Street, she broke from Westport with a snake from the driveway. And she got, it was actually, got it started to come off. She got a wire or something. She saw the snake, she thought, I get it, like, yeah. She said, you can do it, I'm too busy. Don't worry, to say animal control.
And I'm an animal lover. I mean, they can bring anything else in and I love it, but if there's a snake in here,
I used to have to get on them because they find snakes in the yard and they were almost killing it because one would have one end, one would have the other, pulling it back and forth. This is my turn to hold it. That is my turn. You're gonna kill it. Put it down.
you would have to cover with me. How old are your kids?
19, 16, and 13.
Oh, well, that's a long time ago.
3 teenagers. Same age as your kid, running a 69% minus class. 69.
That's not my son, no.
You have to get that up to 70 so that the high school and the summer school.
And this one, I know what it is.
Should have added a 13-year-old girl after him because they just feed on each other. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this.
But you know, that's the trouble, it's your problem, but that's the trouble with these kids, they can't find it.
No, they just, they think that, my youngest one, she was good.
Yeah.
I told my son that day, I said, he knows a lot about that. He's like, Well, you
all see more than the weather, you know, you go down, ooh, this tornado's coming. When are they gonna change them? When are they gonna change them?
Probably next month.
Will we pick anything up? No. Will we pick anything up?
Not unless you buy one of the new scanners.
I got a computer, but I'm not gonna do it all.
Download the scanner.
Yes. And so then are you trying to tell me you have to come do it for me? I'm just mortified to think that people elected her. And during my
Well, she's
district.
still got to do it, we're all in November.
Does she have
Democrats, it's not
anybody?
very likely.
No.
I can't even remember. Why don't you just don't fool the big three in prostitution?
I can issue a solicitor's license, it doesn't say what it is, as long as it's a license, then we're cool with it. Solicitor's license, and I'm happy.
That's what we're calling it now.
Stephanie said stop, I don't need no more. But she is, you're great.
Well, thank you.
Because I mean, my neighborhood is really clean.
It's changed a lot.
And the house right beside me, I don't know if they can find something, I don't know, they are very likable. But that guy is coming to this shit. He's on every day over there.
His dad, so we still have people in the corner.
It's one like this townhouse, and you're going down to go to floor, you're going right here by my driveway. No, his son, he's handicapped.
Okay.
And I mean, he can't walk, he's pitiful, they try to bring him in here right now. He seems pitiful, but we bit, here, I'm with his chin in the middle, so he don't walk around you. And we want to go walk. But he's done more work, they rent it, they don't own it, so I don't know if the renters been on it or what, but I know they have done more good work.
Well, and once the police closed down that drug house down the street, it'll be a
Uh,
huge difference.
Have you been down there, that house like this?
Yes, she's really doing it. She's had her nephew, hired her nephew, he's gone in there and he's repainted.
Even if you went to see me,
Yes, they're putting new shutters on and.
all right,
Yeah, they're doing No, they're still renting, they're still trying to rent it, but I told her next time, you need to make sure you get a background check on the renters.
and you know the people live there live up the street now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had no trouble with parents. I don't believe that. I don't know
surprised.
Can I speak to Stephanie quickly?
Russ, let's let him get there and hold it.
All the calls are for her today. Yeah. And I'd be on the phone, and while I'm on the phone, I have 3 voicemails. So I'm trying to listen to my voicemails, and then the calls are coming through, and then finally, some people are getting smart and we're emailing me, which is great, because then I can answer that while I'm on a call.
I told Katie when she came in this morning, I said, you're gonna get a lot of calls today, and they're gonna be for Stephanie, and I can't help it. Because decisions that she has to make. I'm not bidding.
I've had one guy call me to argue with me, because he doesn't do business in the Grange. And he wanted to argue with me about it. He said, we don't work out there. Okay, then just send me an email. No, I'm telling you on the phone. Okay, I want it in writing. Send me an email. No, you're gonna have to just accept it over the phone. Dude, whatever. I'll just send you another late fee, whatever. So I hung up the phone. So then I looked him up. I thought, well, I caught him working in the city. So then I called him back and said, I caught you working in the city without a license. You have to pay this. You don't have a choice. Where was it? So I told him where, what time, what date, the whole bit. He's talking to somebody in the background. Said, oh, I was over there visiting a friend. You would think if you were a code enforcer, you'd do a better job, get out of your car once in a while and go find out where we're working. I said, you had all your equipment laying on the ground around the track. It looks to me like somebody's working. I said, but you know, if you were visiting a friend, that's fine. I'll disregard this. A few minutes later, he calls me back. I thought, I am not talking to him again. Done. So I let it go to voicemail. Oh, you were right. I'm sorry. I was working a job over there. I'll be in there to pay my business.
So it came in, what, about 30 minutes?
So then he came in and paid it.
Well, at least he was too.
Well, and he was, and when he came in, he was very nice, because he was rude on the phone, but he was very nice in person.
But you know, it's just like I came over to pay Sue. I don't want nothing for free, but I don't want somebody taking me.
No.
You're not getting anything for free, you're gonna pay the next time you run the phone.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Well, see, that time one day I had quarters in my pocket, so I had no bills, and it fell out. He said, well, you're gonna have to get money payments on the bus. So I was going to go like to McDonald's or somewhere.
Who said that to you?
The new bus driver, the main driver. And
Who's the new name then?
you.
You know Hugh, the man with the gregarious personality.
Oh, tell me about it.
He's new to your day.
Oh,
He
did
did.
he? And he didn't get it.
Surprise.
Surprise.
I can't remember what the question was, but I asked him to tell you something about this, about yourself. And like the third word out of mouth was quite good years. And after he said that, I was looking at him. And I didn't hear nothing ever. When he left, they hit her and then Tom, and I said, did y'all hear anything after you, Gary? Because I got lost in the fact that he used that word. You know, if he's that vocabulary, he's applied for the wrong job.
I lost it when he wouldn't make eye contact.
Oh, yeah, he goes, you know.
Would not, he kept looking at once.
You know, we have fun on that bus. If we were on there right now, we can regularly, and that means nothing bad. It's fun. One day we were teasing a girl and boy that was going to get married. And I said, well, we'll have to wait into my house. And that lady Dot's going to clean up all the mess when all we get this movie all get through. He would not have to smile. For nothing. Now, the other one, everybody did good, you know, okay. But he is just.
I mean, I just don't know how that worked, but she did not say so.
They have holograms.
Is that what it is? She was just a hologram. In the interview? Knowing Mary Ann the way I know her.
No,
how does she know
she didn't want to talk. She told she didn't want to talk.
They want to talk.
Tom told her not to
I'm
say
playing the ball. That's what you should tell me. You're leaving me in the ball.
And now that I know her, I can't believe she was so quiet. I just, how did
What are you saying?
she
I'm going to say.
the truth?
Mary Ann shuts up, so I'm saying.
She's got a lot to say, and she'll say it when she wants to say it.
I tell you, she and Mary had a lot of fun at Cosmo and Sarah.
I'm gonna have to run up and run over so you guys get there.
Get everything.
No, I can't. Saturday is my only day to sleep.
son that had come to a different lot, and they was making the Christmas. He said that meeting day, and they was like, "You guys go left on this corner." And they saw the signs had been moving, pointing everybody down his alley. The drug dealers were thinking about his business. Oh my God, that's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's okay if I stand up to you guys. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Tony was just a great guy. That was so hard.
You know, we keep in the wild, we work out, play people all and stuff in there. He always ran 10 miles in a birthday. 25 years. He trained it all year long. So he ran from the birthday. I went to previous to it. Or, you know, 2014, 15, whatever else. He said, I don't make it. This is my first.
Or little flowers and
He went back to that time. He was full of muscle.
Yeah.
Then the poor little shop. He went back to, he went to, he retired. He worked for the sheriff. Major drug narcotics. So he went to a conference. Baltimore. His wife, he had hurt so bad, he had Tony, Tony. He wasn't going to the doctor because he was in some severe pain. He went to the ER and they did scans and stuff, said, you need to go home and find an oncologist. They said he had a tumor the size of a basketball and stuff, that's why it's pushing him outside. So the doctor went to here for 3 months, 4 months, and oh, you full of muscle. His name's Tony Chin, he was a retired DEA agent.
He was the agent in charge of the DEA unit for this whole area, but he was one of those, he was like Frank, he was a real person. His last day on the job, I told a story, they were down at Bowling Green doing a raid or something. And so they're, after it's all over, they're all coming out, and here comes Tony, he's got his 2 guns on his hips, and he struts out. And he was out there in with the guys.
He was the agent in charge of doing stuff that, you know, everybody else did. He was a super.
Yeah.
They retired, and like a month out of retirement, Alder in Harris County called us, hey, I'll take it. I'll take over the drug deal in Harris County. I don't know if you come to run it. We ran for $7 million.
You like Walter?
I don't know him real well. I mean,
I like him sort of, but not as well as,
Jim Green.
Guess that's a no.
What's your husband, police officer? Is he a police
My
officer?
husband, yeah, he works for the federal government.
I kind of thought since you said he's
Yeah.
teasing you too,
Yeah.
like that he's mean.
Yeah, he doesn't like when I say something about that. I think it's funny.
I wish I could get it all off the street.
Well, they'll never get it all on.
And I bet the ones they done arrested, like with me, I bet you do it again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doesn't stop him for long. I've got a cousin who can't stay out of prison because he likes to manufacture meth, so. And I wish he'd just stay in prison because that's the safest place to learn. I know what you're thinking, that's.
And it said, do you want to take stuff, because the one I want to tune in is a metformin, it's diabetic. So you don't really know how it's going to work, nothing.
Right.
And it's probably so outdated now, if you said, oh, I'm a diabetic and that's what I take, you place it, you're going to be no good now.
About 10 years ago, so they broke into writing. They went and pulled the electric off the wall. Showed all electric on the alarm, and then cut up the back of it, and they, oh, it's been an hour or 2 in there, just trying to be unsafe. Gave up, and finally got into the pharmacy, this actually locked, and they broke the door. They went in, and about the time, I guess they got through from the video, it looked like all our puffing, it's shining light, it's scary. They just grabbed it, cut it, it said hydro, they never had code, they got, what they stole was a blood pressure, and some hydro stuff, you know. So we told them, that's all they got, they did no narcotics. They locked narcotics in the safe they couldn't do. And so whatever it was from blood pressure, and we told everybody, said, you find somebody that's got real good pulse and likes the SLP a lot, you know it. They still like, oh, 6,000 hydro pills, there's all blood pressure, and all the good stuff they lock in the safe.
Well, my neighbor, she's 40-some odd years old now, and she lives with her mom. Now, my baby, she was thinking of, instead of probably moving into somebody, because she just been back in, mom just got pregnant, God knows how long she'll be out. She couldn't be back in, but now, I'd say, but she came over one day, she knew I had off-loader surgery. When take me to give you something. Let me use your phone. It's thing kind, people don't have their own phone calls.
Or cell phones.
Or cell phone or something.
Yeah.
And that's somebody else, and when she gets up, all right, now. And she said, I just had a tear. She says, can I have one of your painkillers? And it was spelled like me eating candy, and you asked for something. I said, they didn't give me none, they told me if had all over the counter didn't help to get somebody to bring me back to the hospital.
Yeah.
Or something's the matter. I knew she was drug addict, so that's how I handled it.
That was a good way to handle it, otherwise we'll break in later and get the rest of them.
Yeah.
We had friends that back in the seventies, they were truck drivers, and back then, you know, they switched drugs back all the time. And so this one got to taking this pill, and all of a sudden he couldn't get off the pill. He just laying there. And so he finally looked up what he was taking, and it was whatever women were given after childbirth to make sure that their blood would clot. So he had been taking this blood clotting agent. It's a good thing it didn't kill him, but he just kept taking more. He couldn't figure out what it was doing, so he just take more. Thankfully, he did live to the ripe old age, but
Well, she even went over to Debbie's mom's one day, and Catherine was on, she was out with some kind of her medication. She said, Catherine, let's do some trading of medicine. And she was going to trade medicine just like, I got orange M&M, can I have your orange Scoodles or whatever they're called now?
Yeah.
just goes to show that we don't get any smarter just because we get all these things.
How's Richard?
He's doing really well, surprisingly. We went down there for Chance's graduation, I wasn't really sure. Having a 18-year-old son does not agree with him. But they're away on a cruise right now. He's looking good.
Okay.
I can't go to cruise unless I go down. We went on a 3-hour, we were watching dolphin watching in San Diego last year, and she was sick for 2.5 hours and right next to her. It's like, good Lord, how you doing? I said, yeah, I said, and we only went out 3 miles. As we do it, me and my daughter wants to take your grand. I mean, I don't even know this. Like, take it. I said, I know I don't miss it because I've been on a boat. You haven't been on a boat? No, I'll be half hour.
She can still see the land.
If you can ever get on our boat again.
Another thing that
The
they,
rest was banned.
they were selling in the shop for $4, you know, but I said, no, I'm fine. And my son and my daughter both took grand. She was at, because she scared them in her sleep. Like, I would be a little sleepy
Rather
and
be
throwing
sleepy
up.
and nauseated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know, it's me, I do not take medication, like I say right now, you can tell me, this is over the counter, all it's gonna do is settle your stomach. But if I finally take it, you know, I'm really, really sick, and it might be, as one of you ladies now going on around in her home.
The only thing, the only satisfaction I had on that boat was there was this guy that got on, he was probably 30s, wearing all golf pants, golf shirt, golf hat, painting this, that. He was real rude and obnoxious and overbearing and loud. But he was sick for a while. He was so sick that he was laying down and then put towels. He was such a jerk. That's the only satisfaction I got of his sleeping. It's like, oh, good to have your life.
Did y'all see any dolphins?
Oh, we saw tons of dolphins.
We had
Saw a
a,
couple of whales.
we went on a dolphin run last year, but while we were in New Jersey, we saw the mama and her baby, and they would jump together. And they were just like me, that this boat and all the whales, they were right here on top of us.
We saw a bunch of dolphins like right up there from us.
Well, they sit up and.
Party's over.
The whales, they said, we're not gonna tell you.
Oh, the party's ready.
We're having our own city council back here.
Do you have drinks and cheese back there?
Don't be so excited. Somebody needs a motion or make.
I think so.
Session?
Motion to go out of executive session.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you.
Like to make a motion to have a written disposal of property.
Thank you. Written determination for disposal of personal property, whereas Kentucky Revised Statute KRS 82.083 states in pertinent part, a city may sell or otherwise dispose of any of its real or personal property. 2, before selling or otherwise disposing of any real or personal property, the city shall make a written determination setting forth and fully describing A, the real or personal property, B, its intended use at the time of acquisition, C, the reasons why it is in the public interest to dispose of it, and D, the method of disposition to be used. Therefore, the following written determination is hereby set forth and made. A, the city owns certain personal property, specifically excess fill dirt, on the Oldham Reserve property in LaGrange, Kentucky. Although this was originally real property, the dirt has now been severed from the property and is useful as personal property. B, the city intended to use the property for fill on the Oldham Reserve site at the time of acquisition, and most of the remaining property will in fact be used for that purpose. C, it is in the public interest to dispose of this property. Transferring this property will afford the city an economic development opportunity, as a business is improving a separate property for site development, and there will be an increased basis in the tax base as a result of these improvements. The improvements are not economically feasible without this transfer. D, the city will transfer this property for $1. This written determination is hereby adopted as true by the mayor and city council of the city of LaGrange, Kentucky. That's it.
Thank you, Steve. We take a vote?
They have discussion.
Discussion? No discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries for the rest.
That's yours.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
So you gonna email me a copy of that tomorrow?
Yeah. I've actually sent it to you before also.